Hello everyone, it's your girl Evie here. Welcome back to episode 4 of Transgender. This is a series inspired by Ben D. And yeah, I believe in his video and his channel, always in the description. And yeah, so the rules of this series is as follows. I cannot backtrack, meaning I cannot go backwards. I can only go side to side if I really want to. And yeah, and then that's about it. And yeah, let's see here. Let's go like that. And yeah, so I've been having, anxiety recently because I need to talk about this. And that is the fact that it's been scary recently thinking about the reason why I've been having anxiety recently over school is because I'm done with school. Might be like wondering, Evie, that's silly. Why do you have anxiety over something that you're done with? Well, let's just put it like this, right? That when my sister start back up school soon, it's gonna be very difficult for me to really, you know, get heinous things, like really get heinous things, like stuff like that. So like my mind is gonna be where I'm gonna be thinking about, oh, I have school, yada 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 yada, and stuff like that, and that's not gonna be good with someone that's so used to getting up at 6 a.m. when they have school and thinking that I have school, you know, and yeah. Oh my god, that's a woodland mansion. And yeah, like overall, like this has just been very like anxiety inducing time for me overall. Because like I'm so used to like when they have school, I have school. So my mind is it because I've been going to school for the past 22 years. I've done preschool, I've done kindergarten, I've done beyond like all the grades there is, you know? And the crazy thing is that I've done everything. Everything all like great except for college. Not planning on doing college anytime soon, but who knows? But the thing is that, you know, it does get, you know, hopefully picking up. There we go. And yeah, I had to do that real quick. And yeah, like overall, like it does suck that that I'm dealing with that, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's episode we had a couple close encounters with, you know, mobs. I'm not gonna lie, like we had some really close encounters with them. And yeah, the reason why I started to do this whole series is because I want to be able to get used to using face cam. Yeah. And oh my god, this is honestly it's a big old pale forest, pale garden. God. I don't get it why I'm getting such low frames at all. Like I have no idea why. But yeah. Like overall, like I do enjoy and some people like sound so dead that episode. I was just so like I'm gonna do better with that, having more high energy and stuff moving forward. And yeah, like on Friday, me and my sister are watching Spider-Man Brand New Day, and yeah, I've been trying so hard not to like see any spoilers, any leaks at all about it. Like it's been so hard, and yeah, like it's been so difficult because like I have no idea what's going to happen, and that's kind of like the first time that I don't know anything about a Spider movie going on at all, and yeah, like honestly, like it's for the better, but then I don't. It's like be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna watch a movie that I know everything about. Like it to me, it kind of makes it kind of an unfair thing, in my opinion, and makes it more about you know my sister watching it versus me watching it with her in the theater. And like I'm just so happy that I'm able to do this and stuff. And yeah, like overall, like I'm just so happy that we're gonna be able to watch that wonderful movie because like Tom Holland, Zendaya, they called bad or whatever say his last name. They're such wonderful people, actors and actresses. Like it's amazing of just like how well have been able to make movies in MCU. And this is no spoiler at all. Spider-Man Day is doing really well. And so for all Tom Holland Spider movies have been doing very, very, very well. Like they all got it in 90% Rotten Tomatoes, which is crazy. You know how hard that is for that to actually happen? How hard that is for an actor or an actress or just a group of actors and actresses to act as multiple movies over the years do that well. It's not that easy. People be like, ha ha ha, it's so easy. Really? Give me other bundle. Oh, I thought I got torches on me. Oh well. And yeah, like oh my god. You know what? Oh my god, that's a bunny. And yeah, like overall, like what? Uh, uh, dang, that's a big giant hole. Like, holy, wow, that's kind of crazy. And you there's a mod to make this look nicer, the fallen leaves. So yeah, like honestly, like I'm excited to watch Spider-Man Brand New Day to be honest because overall, like that movie's gonna be good. I'm also excited for Doomsday because like oh my god, the way that Thor, if it's in the trailer, then Thor legit like came up to Doctor Doom. Did like a little like jump move with his Stonebreaker, and then Doctor Doom was like, "Nah, fam, I'm gonna block you." And like bro, you know how like you have to be for Doom to straight up be like you know what? Nah, fam. Okay, so what should I get rid of? You know what? I do need to cook some food. So let's cook some of this. We're not okay. I do have coal. Boom. And yeah, like we gotta like be always up on food and stuff like that. And and we can only stay in one area at a time. That's also one thing. I really like this cape, by the way. I might actually like to do like showcase it on like Discord stuff like that. like honestly, like I can't believe that that soon it's gonna be boom, and then let's see here. Welcome, moving this way. Yeah, so we're gonna be safe, at least for now. And yeah, the goal is to make it to, let's say, 33,500 blocks. And yeah, we're gonna see how far we can travel and venture out in this will. And yeah, like honestly, like this is actually quite relaxing because yeah. And the reason why I'm not doing it with any Brux's mods or data packs is simply because I really thought about doing a series when I was inspired. And I was like, why should I have to do a whole series where it was, Brux's when it could just be all vanilla Minecraft. So like so then Minecraft Vegas players can you know can play along as well. You know, I think that would be like a really cool thing to do. By the way, and yeah, I think that'd be like something really cool. The reason why I'm not going to the Nether, I feel like I got no reason to go to Nether just yet. But like I think like maybe if we make it to episode 10, then we go to the Nether. But yeah, like overall, like this is just gonna be like something that's gonna be like fun. Oh boy. No, no, no. Okay, no. This is going to be tough. That's for sure. Cause like surviving the night is gonna be tough as heck because A, creepers, zombies, skeletons, and you also gotta be attentive of like your surroundings in this as well. When it comes down to it. It's like you have no idea of like become like any holes or anything like that for that matter. Like it's gonna be crazy. And yeah. And also let's talk about a dream I had. Okay, that was weird. Last night. That was like something I feel like I don't really talk about. I have this really weird dream that feel realistic. And yeah. And yeah, like oh my god, I'm sorry, I was distracted by something. And yeah, like overall, like you gotta pay attention to your surroundings. And yeah, like the dream I had last night was about oh, let me see what's in there. You not just have me be wondering about this for a long time. Nothing important. Nothing really that important just yet. And yeah, like it was about me going camping with my family and then me being scared about going camping because for one, boy, boy, ba ba. They only does a good amount of damage. And yeah, like overall, like I have dreams where they feel really realistic at times. Like to the point where like it's hard to tell the dream was real or not. And like to me it means something that like something's about to like happen or along the lines of like, I should be looking out for this and this and this. in my life, then so that I know what to do and not to do. Because I view myself as a clairvoyant, and the reason why I view myself as because multiple of my dreams have came true, have pointed out how my life is going to go. Not all of them are like that, but however the dreams, but dreams I do, the house I live in right now, and yeah, like overall, like have my dreams do predict the house I live in right now is the one that my dream has been telling me about when I was younger for years and years and years. And it's crazy to really think about because when you really when you dream about something, right? And then you actually look deep into your dreams, the way I do, start kind of seeing patterns in each dream, pretty much. And each dream means something. Each dream or nightmare means something. The way that works for me is that, you know, that, oh my god, it's like, oh my god. And yeah, like overall, like, what it pretty much means is that, you know, that for me, when I sleep when I'm mad, I end up having like nightmares. But when I sleep stressed, nightmares and stuff like that. Like if I sleep calm and relaxed, I have more calm, relaxing, and more feel of a dream. Where like it is more relaxed. So like that's why I gotta be careful of like how I go to sleep at night. Because otherwise I feel like my dreams are just gonna like god, what skeleton? Why are there so many skeletons? Yeah. Whoa, don't do that. And yeah, like overall, like my dreams are just so weird because like they can go down to being really creepy to the point where like it can make people feel uncomfortable type of creepy. Like like I was had a dream about Spider-Man brand a day about what the Hulk might look like, and I was wrong. Gladly wrong. Because the Hulk looks a lot better than I thought the Hulk would. So thanks Marvel. And yeah, like overall, like yeah, this generation just really, really just nice by the way. Like I really appreciate like this game stuff like that because this game is such a relaxing game when you're not doing anything PvP related, not doing anything to really get yourself. But I'm thinking about doing maybe some horror mods. Not like a challenge, but like just to like see what would happen if I like actually played like a horror that mod and just played it like I would just normally play in Minecraft. You know, 'cause I've been thinking about like going and like I'd be like, wouldn't it be a good idea staying one niche and you can help grow? Maybe. I'm the type of content creator that doesn't stay in one niche because I love playing Minecraft in such different ways. Like one day I feel like doing PvP, for example. Then one day I feel like doing you know adventure maps or doing this and this and this and this. You know, you know, and actually just having fun with the game instead of like doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over again. And that's why I'm trying to mix up how I play Minecraft more. Because that's probably why I got burnt out playing in the Forever Will. Because I just didn't know exactly what to do. I felt burnt out, stressed about it, and didn't know exactly what to do next. And I have no idea when I'm actually going to return to that world. I have no plan. And maybe I do, but I just need, I don't know. Someone I just like say stuff like, "Oh, I've got plans to return to that world." I feel like I like how feel like I kind of have to for you all. That puts a lot more pressure on me than I want, and it doesn't really make it fair for me overall. You know, yeah. Like honestly, like I just love being able to play Minecraft in a way that makes me feel happy. I want to be able to express how I am as Evie, because that's who I am inside and out. Like no one can tell me, "Oh, you're not that and that and that." They can tell me that, but cannot like it won't, because we talked about this a whole lot in the episode 3. But if you're someone that's gonna be transphobic, homophobic, racist, ableist, sexist, you're not allowed on the channel. Period. Like you will to get yourself banned, removed from the channel and Discord and Fluxer and Blue Sky. If I ever see a comment on my posts, videos, or whatever, because I do not, you know, enjoy dealing with transphobic and homophobic people. Like it's not fun dealing with people that's thinking, "Oh, I could get to tell you who you should be according to me," and it's like, no, because for one, like it's my life, and you can't tell me who I should and shouldn't be. Like I already kind of understand that you know that I'm overall just someone that people should like look up to, people should follow and stuff like that. Because overall, people like me like to we try to be motivational, be someone people can look up to and stuff like that. Because I do make mistakes in life, and you know I'm trying my best to learn from them. You know, and yeah, like am I perfect? No. And the video I was watching just about episode 3 of Benji's video, he's talking about how we are all infinite as a person. And yeah, I do agree with him on that. Because we are infinite, because we have infinite possibilities of what we can do in our life. We can help people, we can make people, we can uplift people, we can make people feel better, happy, and just when they feel down or stressed, be there for them. And tell them, hey, you know, even though if you want, even though like no you weren't exactly in their place, been there, you're like, hey, you get through this, you're tougher than this. I seen you go through a lot tougher things. And you said someone you just met, maybe they just need someone to vent to, or someone just to simply talk to, because quite simply, I feel like you know, at times it's harder for us to ask for help. And then it's easier for someone else to be like, hey, do you need someone to talk to? And if the person says yes, then, it's cute to be like, hey, you know, I understand that you're having a rough moment. And, like maybe you need someone to talk to, you know. And they talk about like how they're feeling, how their day's been a week, what's been going on. And because keeping all that stress and having feel like you can't talk to anyone about how you're feeling can cause more and more stress, anxiety, and can really make you feel like at one point it's gonna all explode into one ball of anger. And that's not really a good thing. That's in my opinion, that's just bad. Because then you get fired from your job. It can make people make people be like, why did you explode in my face like this? Like I didn't do anything to you at all. Like I'm a respectful person, by the way. Like why would you explode in my face? And they have every right to kind of be confused, you know. because it makes no sense. And, it's because sometimes when going through that rough path in our lives, it's a lot easier to be like, to explode and be like all angry and upset about something than not, you know? And I feel like at times, it's hard for me to ask for help at times. So, like, it is kind of hard for me to ask for help. But, we're all trying our best to, do better in life, It's not exactly easy being who we are, you know? And when, like, people say, oh, like, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't be that, like, people mean it because, think about it. Our lives, we have no idea when our last breath will be, you know? We have no idea when that will be, And you gotta realize that for one, that you can't always, always be there for people. And at some point, we gotta realize that, you know, we can go to bed one night and never wake up, type 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 of thing. But that's something we have to really think about. Is that all I hate? There only will be one version of you, one version of me. No one can duplicate, you know, someone like me, for that matter. Hold on. One. The kids want to be in and out of my room for whatever reason. But yeah, like, and yeah. And hopefully you're enjoying the fact I'm using Facecam in the videos now. Because, like, I do want to get more comfortable using it in future videos, so, yeah. And yeah, like, honestly, like, to me, it doesn't make sense for someone to be all rude in someone's face all the time. Because, like, if you're just gonna be rude by someone for who they are, then why doesn't anyone respect you? Or, but at the same time, maybe they're going through a hard patch, so maybe we start listening to them and see what's going on. But if it's that person that I've dealt with where to like, no, oh, wait, I don't care what you have to say, you sound weird, you sound or slur, you sound like you're whatever his name was, Eric Cartman from South Park. And that's why I won't ever watch that show. Because many, many, many people have, that I sound like this character or this other character. And I don't like to be compared to characters with lists because it makes me feel like they're making fun of me. And it's like if you're just gonna be making fun of someone because of the fact that they have a lisp and how they talk, then that just sad in multiple ways. Because it's like, come on, like you gonna be making fun of someone for how they talk? Are you gonna making fun of someone and judge someone for having an accent, having a dialect, if we're not sounding the way that you think everyone should sound? Because everyone's speech pattern is different, you know. Not everyone has the same speech pattern, And I feel like you kind of forget about that. That not everyone talks the same or sounds the same. Doesn't matter of your gender identity. Like you can have a deep voice or a low pitched voice. And I feel like the more and more time that, we go, oh, you don't sound man enough, or you don't sound, this and this and this and this and this. It makes people more self-conscious about their voice. And that, it makes people feel like they're not man enough or woman enough, or feel like, they have to sound a certain way. But I don't understand to people that want to go to voice feminization and more feminine voice. But I don't know, because, at one point I wanted that too. There's a lot of work to do that, by the way. Not exactly something you can do overnight and stuff like. It takes a lot of time. And, a lot of people forget about the fact that people, I feel like when people first, speak about, trans folks, it's always like, oh, trans femmes, not trans men. People forget that trans men exist. And then they're like, oh my god, I cannot believe you that, that you wanted to be a man or that you want to be a woman. And a lot of people be like, you can't use all pronouns. You can't be it. What's an it? And the people that use all pronouns, people cannot misgender you like at all. Like they can try their best to dehumanize you. But it's like, hello, I have played you tenfold. I played my cards, and you lost. Like, what else do you want from me? Like you want to be all this rudeness? Ew, go away, blocked. This, this block button looks very, very good right now. Block. Like, it's like, what's even going on? And yeah, like, I want this community to feel safe. Like they could be their full authentic self without fear. And you know, yeah. And also, we're getting so close to reaching 766 subscribers. Right now, we're at 700 and what were we at? Hold on. And yeah, and like overall, like texting, my boyfriend. And yeah, like overall, like I feel like we have to like understand one another instead of being like you're there, you're that thing, or you're that person. And it's like, well, I was born this way. It's really annoying when or you always feel like you have to always defend yourself. You feel like you always have to protect yourself, have like this protective layer. Oh, you not know like what you want in life? You do this, but like my dog does not know what he wants in life at all. Like it's like, why does he keep going in and out, in and out, in and out of my room? Makes like zero sense, but it is what it is. And yeah, like I feel like we have to just learn. I feel like they need to learn to accept people like us and like learn that we're never gonna be like things for them. Because people try to be like, oh, you're not a real woman because you can't get pregnant, or like okay, but like you don't know that a lot of women don't have to have kids, right? Not a lot of families, not a lot of people who are dating or married need to have kids right away because hey, it is expensive. And I feel like people actually did the homework of how expensive it really is. Then you'd be like, oh, well, in this economy, it's very expensive, very, very expensive. Even in the past, it was expensive. They didn't know it. I was too young to. And people always know voice people when you're talking to someone new, let's say on Xbox, Discord, or whatever. They're always trying to force you, be like, oh, but like you have to, have sex. You gotta do it. 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 Or to miss out, it's like, no, I'm not missing out on anything really. You're trying to force me to get someone pregnant. What if I do get with that woman pregnant? With that person? Like what if then? I don't have a stable job. I'm still living with my parents right now. So I got nowhere to really keep the baby. There's no room to keep the baby really. And sometimes me and my, girlfriend or wife, whatever, or husband or just partners in general, we just at work it just wouldn't work. Same thing with my parents. So like, how can we make this work when we're always so busy? And I feel like people don't really think about how tricky that is to really navigate life when you have a child that needs attention. You know, it's not really that easy to really do and to really handle. You know, you might be like, if you don't even have a kid, so what would you know? Woo! But I just have a gut feeling that in my stomach telling me that if you force your friends to have kids and you're not ready to have kids, you know how messed up you'll be as a friend? All that peer pressure, and then the other one being more busy, then you're the one being like slacking off, being like, oh, how come my friends aren't online playing, Call of Duty or Minecraft? Or maybe simply because you forced them to be in a, relationship with someone, or force them to not have sex with someone, and now they have to deal with, consequences of getting someone pregnant. Like people don't really think about the fact that, all that really happening. No protection. I know about that, but like, let's say that, like, nope, we can use it, or, that's why, like, I never want to, like, have sex with anyone because, I can get pregnant and my boyfriend can't. It's the fact that, like, the thing that me and my boyfriend, like, break up, and, then I start dating a woman. And then, like, one day I feel, like, comfortable having sex with that, you know? Oh my, yeah, I need to stop jumping. I was gonna die. My God, my heart had to stop with. And yeah, and then I ended up getting that pitch spent like I don't have enough money to pay for a child, and that's something a lot of people don't really think about. Is that the fact that paying for a child is not exactly easy? People like think, oh, this is a good idea, or yada yada. No, not at all. Like you think that is easy and okay, but then the money is really got to really think about. Because when I used to play Brawlhalla, a lot of people will be telling me, oh, women gotta can't have kids. Like, oh, you haven't had sex yet? So you're a virgin? Haha, you have like, you don't know that. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that you have to have. Doesn't mean that, that you have to have kids, right? Like, if you're thinking with that mindset right now, then you're already in it wrong. Because then you see women as simply objects that have sex. Just saying. And another thing is that I also called them out on. I called people out when they're being transphobic and being like, "So you're a pedophile?" Because you're just asking me questions about my body, about but do you have a dick or do you have a vagina? Like, for dick, that means that you're a man. If you have vagina, that means that you're a woman. Now I'm like, you do know that people can be born with both, but being born intersex? What? How do you not know that? By the way, like, and it's like this whole ideal thing where people don't use their brains at all. And it's like, it's crazy for trying to force me to be someone I'm not. It always goes back to people being hateful. It gets so annoying being like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna listen to anything that you have to say because I know I know more about you than you know about yourself. And I'm like, what No, like, how did that make sense? Like, people think that they know you more than you know your own self. That's an instant red flag, in my opinion. Instant red flag. But it's like, oh yeah, look at me. I know you more than you know your own self. Like, we just met. How do you know how I feel about my gender identity, and sexuality and disability? What? You can call me a bunch of slurs? Like, I love when people call me, like, I don't like it when people call me slurs, but at the same time, it's like, so you could call me, like, oh, slur. If it's slur in the book, okay. I am, oh, slur and F slur. Then their face is time is like, what? Like, yeah, you don't really think things through. You just think that one could call someone a slur, and then, you're my merry way. But no, like, that's not how this works at all. Like, you gotta realize at some point in time that each time you know, each time, like, you think that you know someone better than they know themselves, it ends up just backfiring on them. Because, like, what's the idea trying to, you know, trying to go around being like, no, that's not who you are. You're just a man faking being a woman. You're just confused. And then it's like, no, you're the one who's actually confused. Because while you're the one asking the questions about my body, my private parts, by the way, the word private doesn't mean public. It means private. No need for you to know information type deal. What was that? Okay. Then a helmet. Okay. This is known in so many ways. Bro, you're not. And yeah, like, people need to, like, start understanding that the more that you start using slurs against people, the less they have to listen to you. Like, why should I have to listen to anyone that's gonna be full of hate towards me and my community? Like, makes no sense really, because everyone deserves to be treated with respect, no matter the gender identity and sexuality. And yet, we go on going like, no, that's not who you are. You're just confused. If I was confused, then I wouldn't. I was still confused about who I am. I won't be on HOT for 2 months, not 2 months, 2 years and 10 months, and soon 2 years and 11 months, and then three in 1 month and 10 days. Like, that's how long it's gonna be until I make it to, being on HRT for 3 whole years. People don't really think about that. It's the fact that HRT, there's a lot of things to a body. Like, for me, it made me grow, be more slimmer, and, a more feminine future. It's like, and make me feel more confident over time. It wasn't like an instant thing overnight. You know, it was gradual, where it taught me, where now, because of how comfortable I am in my body, I'm like, I'm gonna wear a dress, risk my hairy legs, and just be happy with it, because because I deserve to be happy in my own skin, in my own body, you know, and feel like I can accomplish stuff no matter what my body looks like, you know, and I think that overall, that moving forward, that's gonna be the new me. Is that I don't care what people have to say about my body anymore. I don't care, because people can say, "Oh, you look at that woman with her hairy legs," or, "Look at this, person wearing, feminine garments," and assume that I'm a man and stuff like that. That's on them, not on me. Because when I tried passing as a woman, all it did was cause me more and more stress than anything good in my life. And there's one thing I feel like we don't really think about. It's the fact that when we use gender terms like, oh, hey, dude, or hey, man, it's like, why can't we just use the term y'all for everyone? Because, like, that's a more like, generalist term, and it includes everyone. Than being like, sorry, but, it is saying stuff like, sorry, I don't respect people like you. Like, why? Because you're one of them. You're one of those people. And it's like, really? So just because I'm trans and gay and autistic with lips, you're just gonna disrespect me and not from any respect? Yes. So, and dealing with mental illness. What? Who says? Me. So, all of a sudden, you become a trained professional therapist and doctor or whatever, where you're somehow able to diagnose people. But that doesn't add up. Oh god, that's good. And it's like, I look like an apple for a second, not gonna lie. And to me, it's like, what's the point of trying to be a therapist when when you're not, professionally trained or even hired to be one? You know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up at all. Like, and that what annoys me the most is people that try to force diagnose people with stuff. It's like, yeah, you're not trans. You're just a man being confused. How come you can't be a man that's wearing feminine stuff and that's it? Like, that's not who I am. Like, you can't change who I am. Like, what? Like, what do you want from me? Like, what do you want from me? Like, for me just to be like this confused person who's depressed? Is that what you want out of people? To feel like they can't be who they are just because of the color, because of like who they are? Because overall, like, that makes zero sense to it because everyone deserves to be treated as long as you're like a pedophile, anyone that's fit or, willing to guard away, treat everyone with so much, hate and stuff like that. Because overall, it's like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of you, going around making others feel like they can't be who they want to be and stuff like that? Like, I think that was lag. Okay, that's back tracing. You know what? I can go back up. And yeah, like, overall, like, I just feel like people need to learn to be more respectful of one another instead of always being, the same old, like, oh, you can't, be this and this and this and this to a person because one, like, what's the point of trying to tell someone that they can't be someone? Like, oh, you can't be an actor, you can't be this type of person because I say so. It does really just harming in many, many, many ways. Because it's like, what's the point telling someone of, that they can't be someone that they want to be, like an actor or an actress or a baker or just a job profession in general? Like, it just harms their like confidence and telling them that, oh, because of private points that they can't be a man or woman. Like, makes no sense. Then using, he and pronouns for someone that has like a more deep voice. Come on, makes no sense. Like, I feel like you gotta like give up on like using gender terms and realize that we're hurting people by being like, oh, you have to fit the idea of what I am, or like it won't work out, or I can't respect you, and it's like, what is that supposed to mean? It's supposed to mean that I'm not gonna be your friend no more, or because of the fact that you're with them. It's like with what do you mean by them? People who are gay and trans. It's like, bro, relax. I've done nothing to you. Have I even harmed your family? Have I even done anything to you? No. And like making children gay, making them like no. What's going on is the fact that they're learning about it and realizing, oh, that's why I've been feeling so different. That's the reason why I'm feeling so out of place with my gender identity all this time. It's the fact that it doesn't fit with who I actually am inside. A lot of people, I remember this. I remember when the Gonzo episode of and the Muppet Babies came out, and like people like on the internet were going, "Oh my god, they saw an episode of Gonzo, wearing princess dress and showing boys. It's okay to be like that." And it's like you're freaking out over a Muppet in a TV show wearing a dress. Gonzo. Why are you so triggered about it? Like, why are you so triggered? It's because no boy can wear dresses or nipples and makeup. It's not allowed in my family. They do. Like random. I'll fix it. And how is that gonna work? I'm gonna do conversion therapy and make sure they never do it again. You know that you're just gonna make your child feel worse and add in never have any respect towards you ever again, right? And have a high chance of committing suicide. Then you just simply being like, you know what? My child is, gay, bi, trans, gender fluid, non binary, and you want to use he, her, she, he, he, him, he, they, or he, him, or any of those other pronouns, including your pronouns, then, you gotta learn to accept it and learn to accept your child. Simple as that. Because at the end of the day, you can't control how your child identifies. Like, you think like that you can, but at the end of the day, it's something that makes your child feel worse and worse and worse about himself. And actually, by force them to be someone that you're not, it makes me feel worse about themselves overall. So yeah. So yeah. Like honestly, like what do we talk about today? Well, we talked about like how I've been feeling started out with like the fact that my sister's starting about school because I'm so used to like having school when they have school. And then we talked about that. And then we talked about like how, you know, oh, you won Portal. And yeah, and how, people need to respect people more. I've just been generally been feeling, you know. At the end of the day, I feel like we don't give people enough credit as it is. And yeah, so overall, like, we gotta give people more credit than when it's due. And yeah, like, overall, like, this is like something that I've been looking forward to, but like, and yeah, like, overall, like, it's something that, like, I've been thinking about for a long time. And being able to talk about this to you all makes me feel a lot better. And yeah, like, overall, like, and yeah. And I feel like that's why I've been feeling so kind of like sad recently. Is because of the fact that I miss going to the program, and Program 1C transition program is for young adults with disabilities to learn how to get a job, how credit cards, debit cards work, and all the other grown-up stuff. How bills work, how to pay your bills, and stuff like that. It was really, really, really helpful. And I kind of talked about this for some time. I had this really bad moment with one teacher, and his teacher wasn't exactly the nicest of a bunch. Like, one time, did you see here my hair? One time, I went to work with messy hair. My type of hair is generally messy anyway, so. And then at school, they brought me to a different room and used microaggressions on me. And was like, oh, you know, you're gonna look like, Bozo the Clown. And, and this is what, Bozo the Clown looks like, by the way. So, this is what Bozo the Clown looks like, by the way. Hopefully, you're getting. This is what Bozo the Clown looks like. He said that was gonna look like that with my hair. And, and, yeah, like, I didn't like that at all. That really made me feel dysphoric and really feel very self-conscious about my hair. Like, because it's something that, during that time I was self-conscious about, but now I'm like, still I'm kind of self-conscious about it, of course. But, like, it makes no sense that they said that to me in the first place. Like, I don't even have, like, I'm not even balding in my head, so that makes no sense why they would even say that to me in the first place. And dude, like, I was defensive. Like, I was being defensive about it. And I'm gonna say right here that there's a trans mom, and she kept using he him on her, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, are you really using him on your trans mother? Maybe there's pronouns that she wants to use. I don't know. I never met the person, but, like, to me, it was like, why are you even trying to do that in the first place towards me? Like, you are, like, playing to a game that you should never be playing. Like, really, like, you think you know exactly, like, how to treat people, like, but you don't. And it's, like, always, like, something, like, next year, the the next school year moves on, and then she's no longer part of the program. And I'm thinking, well, because either they got demoted from ever working with people in the transition program, and now she's working with kids in the Autistic program, whatever. I forgot what it's called, but, like, at times we wouldn't go on, like on our CPI's community based innings. It was like each time I always be like, ugh. It was like, bruh, you made my life a living like hell during that time. And, like, it was like, yeah, but do you want to pass it over? Do you want to go like this and this and this? And, like, bruh, you like not me like sit, because, like, for one, like, it makes no sense at all. Like, you treat me like this isn't really good look on you. It's quite an ugly look on you in general. So can you stop? And my other teacher was called my mom and apologized. And like, doing the graduation happened like a couple months ago at this point. Like, it was crazy for one, because, like, she was there and I kind of felt uncomfortable with her being there. But of course, she was the one who kind of like harassed me, made me feel uncomfortable around her after that whole incident. Because she made me go in a different room to talk about my hair. Because I was still learning how to take care of my hair then. But like, but again, I never had long hair. I never had this length hair before. Never in my life. And we had it saved. So at the time, I didn't know exactly how to really, like take care of my hair and stuff. Like it's not really that easy when you don't know how to take care of it. Like, oh well. And yeah, like people would like she was just like way too over the top with it, and like she was like, "Oh, but like you're gonna call you he him," and things stuff like that. Microaggression, very bad look for a teacher, very bad look. You can understand she was stressed during that time, but then using said stress to let out your anger over someone because of their hair, really? I understand that she was trying to help me out. But sometimes the way she was doing it was a little much. And I'm like here, and I was in the room, not able to answer. My teacher telling me, you don't have to feel defensive. And I'm like, I kind of have to be. Because I was, in multiple protests with my mom in the past. And I felt like I had to gotta be defensive. I was kind of taught to always defend myself. And if you're not gonna like treat me with respect, then why do I need to show any respect towards you? And that's something that during that time after that whole moment, when she was a teacher during that time still, I just didn't really feel comfortable being around her, and I have every right not to be. But now since I graduated, I no longer got to deal with what's already looking at. It's like, hey, I can't go around being like, oh yeah, you know, I got to tell you who you are because I'm the boss of you, because I'm the boss of who you are. It's like no, it really is bad thinking overall. Really think about it, like it's very bad thinking overall. No one wants to what be that type of person being like, oh, now like be that person that feel like they always have to defend themselves, be so defensive. And the reason why I'm so defensive again, because like also a way to defend myself, and it's a coping mechanism when I feel like I'm being targeted. And people don't really realize that for one. Is that when you make someone feel like they always have to be defensive, it wears them down majorly. And then it's like, why do you need to feel the need to have that power to ruin someone's day all because of who they are gender wise, sexuality wise? And the fact that he said that, oh, I can look like Penny Bozo the Clown, it's crazy to me. It's like, why do you want to be so. You know what's crazy? These stuff about like women that's like hot dog for dogs, like greeny dogs. And it's like, it adds up. Because people like that who end up having like chihuahuas or small dogs, you'd always feel like it's like a stereotype of when people who have those type of dogs are always just the ones that are always rude to a certain minority group. It's thinking that like it's always go behind the scenes, without to be annoying, and treat the kid like shit. And when the child actually comes out and says, "Oh, this teacher, did this and this to me," all this time the child was actually telling the truth. You know how bad it makes you look as a teacher? It looks very bad. It even makes the school look bad. It's like, why in the world did you hire that teacher in the first place? Like, I remember that moment and like, bruh, I'm happy I'm done with the program, to be honest. But I also kind of miss it at the same time because it's like, you go around thinking that, messing with someone that's able to, you know, talk her way out or like at least try to, like they like I just didn't trust, any of them for quite a while because I felt betrayed. That was kind of the first time in school ever I felt like mistreated in a way because of my gender identity and stuff like. These mountains are just big, by the way. Like, and yeah, like overall, like I do feel like people need to, be more, you know, understanding. If you're a teacher, right? Won't you be showing the prime example of how to treat people who are part of the LGBTQIA plus community, aka with respect and dignity, not with so much hate towards them at all? Because being like, oh, I'm gonna show you with like so much hate because like I'm a teacher. You not just use the fact that you're a teacher just to hate. That is straight up rude and misguided behavior as a teacher, and using the power that you're a teacher to make your students feel unsafe when they're part of the LGBTQI plus community or when they're on the autistic spectrum. Like you shouldn't ever be thinking, oh, I'm able to mistreat them because they're different, because they're part of some minority group. So I get to treat them however way I want. Yada yada yada. Like you can get yourself in legal trouble, by the way. And the parents, everyone would be like, so you hired this teacher, and multiple parents have talked about having them, you know, banned, like, fired, whatever. And it's like, what's the point? Like what's the point of hiring someone that's willingly going to be disrespectful to our students who are trans, non-binary, agender, gender fluid, and won't use any of their assigned, not assigned, the preferred, pronouns and names, you know? Like, I don't understand why that's so difficult for teachers who are just generally transphobic is thinking that, oh, I get to, be as hateful as possible because I'm in the classroom, and try telling me then I have every right to, try to, report you and say that you hit me or you did this and this and this to me. To me, it's like, makes no sense. When the student has done nothing wrong to make you feel unsafe at all. Period. And I feel like it is the fact that when you're, I know for a fact because when people are part of the LGBTQI plus community, people think that, oh, I get to mistreat them, I get to treat them like shit, and because then it's the point of a minority group that I don't understand, I'm gonna be as rude and as as possibly can. Like you don't really like think about the fact that can make people feel self-conscious, full of hate towards themselves, even more so than they should be. And again, people shouldn't ever be trying to make you or anyone feel unsafe in a classroom. Like, if they end up making you feel unsafe in the classroom, then you should be able to tell your supervisor or someone that you trust. Because, like, that's not okay at all. Like, that's showcasing that's sort of toxic behavior. And thinking that, oh, because someone is now part of the LGBTQI plus community, or because someone is on the autism spectrum, all of a sudden you can get to like make fun of them for that. No, and make it feel unsafe, make it feel like they have nowhere else to go. Not okay thing at all, actually. Because if we make them feel like they can't be who they are, then what's the point of even going to school then? If you're just gonna continue making them feel like they have nowhere else go. And the way I can view it is that the parents have every right to pull the student away from that school and be like, hey, I don't like the way that you've been treating my child. Can you quit it? Because at the end of the day, you have every right to be like, you know what, I'm gonna pull my kid away. I'm gonna, move my kid to, another school district, or, or just homeschool them if they can. So that your child feels safe and secure. They feel like they won't be harassed and bullied by their teachers, or even peers for that matter. Because even when, the student tells them, hey, I've been harassed by people because I'm, trans or on the autism spectrum because I'm Down syndrome, and the teacher doesn't do anything, and school doesn't do anything, that is failed school system, straight up. Because for one, it makes no sense for anyone to make others feel unvalid, invalidated as a human and as a person. Just saying, that's because of gender identity, sexuality, color of the skin, religion, and disabilities. It's like, now they talk as well, because a lot of people don't really think about this enough. The fact that when you make fun of someone for how they talk, making you have pretty much making fun of people who don't sound the way that you think they should sound at all. And it's crazy to me that people go around going, ha 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 ha, you don't sound the way that I think you should sound. What do you mean? Like, how should I sound? You should sound normal. That doesn't even exist. Like, look around you. You have to listen to people without a lisp. So, you do know that people with lisps are talking normal, right? You just not used to listening to people. And, oh, that's someone that's ableist and someone that's just full of hate, that going around going, ew, you have a lisp? I'm not gonna listen to you. And it's like, bruh, I've done nothing to you, so why are you being so hateful? Because it sounds weird. And it's like, bruh, that's because I sound weird doesn't mean that you get to go around making fun of people like me. Makes zero sense. At the end of the day, who I am, I'm not gonna change anyone then they feel more comfortable around me. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable in my own skin, being this nice, respectable, understanding person who's willing to improve upon herself when she's made a mistake, or when, it doesn't do something right and stuff like that, you know? To me, it's like, you know, this type of thing where you try your best to be a good person, and yet people look down upon you just because you're different. Like, again, people have said to me multiple times, oh, you know, your family doesn't love you. Well, usually go kill yourself because you're trans, because you're autistic. It's like, oh my god. It's like, no. Like, why should I listen to, someone I just met, and because A, that makes zero sense, and B, like, you don't even know me for one for real. But saying stuff like that is A, very hurtful, very mean in multiple ways, and it makes no sense. Like, I don't deserve the hate. Like, I understand if you did something bad, I was like, oh yeah, like, did this and this, but like, if people call me like a pedophile and without any proof, it's like, because like you're gay and you're trans, like, you know that, my boyfriend's 23 and I'm 22, so how am I a pedophile exactly? When he's a year older than me? Like, make it make sense? You know why? because they don't want to make sense. They want to seem like they know exactly what we're talking about and always argue with people like me or people who are in the LGBTQIA plus community all the time. And it's like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of you fighting over someone like me? And all you're gonna be doing and saying is the exact same stuff you've already heard a bunch of times before. Like, you're not gonna get me off guard by being like, you know what's crazy, right? That one time, these groups of kids, when I was an Xbox party with them, was like, yeah, I want you to try to slip up. And I didn't say anything. I was like talking about Minecraft, on my plans is for my YouTube channel. And straight up, they were like, what? They got annoyed. Because I'm like, if you're just going to be annoying towards me, then why would I want to give you any footage or any evidence to use against me? And then you know what happened? They kicked me from the party. It's like, so joke's on you, right? I done multiple times. I'm smarter and wiser than you. I know exactly what you're trying to pull. You don't have evidence against me that you can post on social media and expose me. Well, guess what, buddy? That's never going to happen. Because A, I know better to be a pedophile, by the way. I was raised to not be one, by the way. Look at that sound. That's new. And yeah, like overall, it's like, you're not going to get me slacking. Impossible. Like, makes no sense, really. Like, if you're trying to get me, to slack off and for me to get me off guard, like, it makes no sense. Because A, I know who I am and who I'm not. And simply, you're not going to get me off guard by simply being like, would you like to do this with kids? And I used to be like, no, because I never did it with any kids. And for one, I'm too scared to use the women's restroom for one. So really, you try and say I've done all this pedophile stuff and you got zero evidence to back yourself up. Makes zero sense, really. Like, makes zero sense. Zero, zero sense, really. When you really think about it. Because, like, if you're just gonna call someone a pedophile with no evidence, then like, you have no evidence to use pretty much. Like you have no evidence to use against them. And I feel like people call people. No, why? Because people think, oh, I do feel like mess with little kids because I thought that you're a trans woman. Oh, because due to the fact that I'm trans or someone's trans or gay or bi, and thinking that because of that, the pedophiles, and then that's the only resolution they can come up with, right? To set their heads. Then I'm like, you know what? Then you like to ask people like me questions about the private points. You like to ask little kids, trans kids, about their private points? Do you? And it's like, then you're like, no. Oh, I thought that you did. Because, like, don't you like asking me about, my private points all the time? It's like, something a lot of transphobes love to do. Go is asking the same old questions. Oh my god. Ah, ah, go away. Please. And like overall it's like what are you doing in your life? Oh my god. Alexander was so scary. And yeah, like overall, like people need to learn that that was a good idea. It's annoying, really. Going through the exact same thing. You'd be like, oh, you can't be this, you can't be this, and it's going to me. Guess what? I don't care about you trying to be accepted because you're not the core audience. So, sorry, not sorry. And it's like, if you're just gonna be if you're just gonna be the type of person going around trying to, prove your point, then it's never gonna work. Because at the end of the day, I am who I am and you are who you are. And if you're not gonna improve upon your own self, then why do I have to listen to someone that's bullshit? And people don't really think about it that far. Right, really. Is that people don't have to listen to bullshit. But simply put it, the more and more you think that you take control of someone's life, the less you actually understand about life. Well, life is fragile, and that you shouldn't be making fun of anyone at all. But they can be going through something that you may not understand, or going through a rough patch in their family. Like the father could have passed away, the mom could pass away, their dog or cat, or someone other could pass away. They could have gone through a breakup. And when all that, then bullying them is only going to make things worse and worse for them. The pushing to the breaking point of them committing suicide is not ever a good move. It never is. Because then you're pretty much showcasing the fact that you also have insecurities, that you're also working through, but they have no, healthy way to really deal with it. And only healthy way you know how to deal with it is by A, being this rude, tough persona where you think that, you know exactly how to, treat someone with disrespect. But in reality, you don't know how to treat someone with actual respect. Because respect is earned, is earned, not automatically given. And when you show someone disrespect, everyone to be like, you know what, I don't need to respect you no more. And it all comes with people going, like, I don't respect you because of like how you identify. And it's like, huh. So you want to be that type of person hating people for something they can't help? Yep. Well, like you can't help because like it chose to be, I don't I didn't choose to be trans at all actually. That's a one assumption about trans people, honestly. We were born this way. Like we didn't choose to be, you know, trans or gay or bi or pansexual or asexual or romantic. We simply were born that way. If you don't see it that way, then that's on you, not on the people who are born LGBTQIA plus on autism spectrum and disabled and Down syndrome. Or intersex, or born without arms and legs, or born dwarfism. Like, come on. We have to do better. We have to treat people respect. They have no idea what they're going through in their life. And showcasing hatred only makes things worse, not better. And people tend to really forget about that. It's the fact that people don't really think about that far ahead. The fact that people go, oh, but like, you're one of them. Oh, so I would like if people called you one of them based on your skin color. Called you this and this and this name. You wouldn't really like it, right? And why go around making others feel uncomfortable for your own personal gain? Makes no sense. No sense at all. And usually when it's like a good thing that I haven't played, again, I'm going to say this, I've not played Brawlhalla at all because A, that game and community is just too much. People who just too much full of shit, full of toxicity, and thinking that they can always treat me like I'm not even human. Because because in that community, I feel like I always have to defend myself. And like I always gotta like play a certain way or be a good player. And it gets really, really, really annoying. Because it's like, what's the point of, playing game when the community hates you for simply existing? You know, for simply existing. Then like, oh, so you're trans? Yes, oh. That's me get my friends on in this party real quick to just harass you and make fun of you. You know what's weird? There's one person who was using my face as a profile picture. And it's like, well, you're just weird. Why do you still use it? It's like, uh, there's an instant back, so I don't know. I do find it weird when people don't use my face as the profile picture. Like, it's like they can people say anything, and people can think that they're me, and then make me look bad. It just once in more about. But again, when I go into all that again, oh yeah, oh my god, like, at least it's finally daytime. No snow, no rain, no creepy mobs. That's good. Oh my god, you see how ready I was for that? I was ready. Oh my, like that. I said I was dead right there. I was like, I was ready. But yeah, like overall, like, expect, we need to respect people more. Yeah. But it's been good so far. It's been chilling, been fun. People just like, you know, yesterday got done watching Spider-Man Brand New Day. I mean, not Brand New Day, No Way Home. Oh my god. What am I on? What am I on? Oh. Ah. Nothing good. Ow. What's this? We found a village. And yeah, if I try to jump that, I would fail and die. So, no, uh, 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 and then, yeah. But it's been good so far. Like, oh my. Like 50K is gonna be where we call it. And yeah. Like, honestly, I'm so happy that, that I started, this fun little challenge thing. But I really am having fun doing this, by the way, because this that's like a fun little challenge. Just to see, like, how we can handle doing stuff. Wait, do we not have Blatchford no more? Oh, there we go. And of course, uh, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. And yeah, like overall, like, you know what? Uh, which way actually able to put, stuff in there, by the way. But yeah. Because, getting, more stuff. And yeah. Like, honestly, like, well, wait. Like, if I plan for content, maybe, let's see here. Doing snapshot videos each time, only ones that actually are interesting. So, since the Java team right now is on break, so nothing really interesting has been going on. But I did upload a video yesterday. Record a video on a new 26.3 snapshot 6 video. And I thought that was cool. So, yay me for doing that. Yeah, so yeah. Let go like this. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Bada boom. Bada boom. Then boom. Yay. And then let's keep on moving forward. Now we got 31 iron. So that's good, And yeah, I feel like we gotta sleep for this one. Can't wait for the next, update. The one with the dappled forest, with the cutscenes, with the abandoned camps. Because they've been doing such a wonderful job on it, by the way. Like, I'm honestly happy for the update. Like, genuinely happy. Because, like, learning about the update makes me go, dang. Like, I'm just happy to finally doing something like that. And I'm feeling like, give me update about, like, like, being able to hang out with your friends or something. I don't know. Like a wanderer of day. Because when you think about it, right? Like, when you, like, update reminds me so much of the wandering trader, right? And the reason is because of the fact that, the abandoned camps or it's like campsites for most of the time. Then the newer ones are the ones without it. So it kind of remind me of wandering traders in a way where they have to go back, where they have to travel across the world, you know, or, giving, the villagers and villagers the, material they need to be able to, you know, survive and to strive in their village. And the fact that they added the cushion to it, I'm very happy about that because so far, update's looking amazing, by the way. It's looking so good, in my opinion. Like, it's gonna be definitely a fun update for sure. Because I never really thought about, going. Never really thought about Mojang would add furniture to the game, like cushions, where you can actually sit in game without using any mod at all. And to me, that's just crazy. Because throughout, like, my time playing Minecraft, I always gonna want to be able to sit down in like the chairs or like stairs for one. Now we can by just putting we place down the cushion on it and boom. It's like a perfect fit. Like dang. Then of course they wore slabs and stairs. Like dang. This update's gonna be good for one. Like this is honestly gonna be a really good update for builders. Like it's crazy to me that it's been 17 years. And yeah. And talking about that, they also updated the requirements, the requirements Minecraft. It does make sense, right? Because the game is 17 years old, and that and like it and the worlds are bigger and bigger now, and that, oh my god, and that you know, and yeah, I have to you have to do it. It makes sense because the game is getting older, and it is something people need to really think about is you know updating the PCs and making sure they have enough RAM and space on the PC to be able to run Minecraft. I understand that right now RAM is very expensive and sucks because of AI freaking gunners. So there's that. So that one thing that sucked in my gaming in general right now is so expensive. But I like it for not to be so expensive, for it to actually be affordable. But sadly, I'm not in charge of that. Sadly, so what can I do? And yeah, like I would love to have a Steam Deck. I would love to be able to have like a newer gen piece and stuff like that. But overall, makes no sense because for one, for like, what's the whole point of like playing on the system? We got to also buy a game, got like $1,000. So yeah, but anyway, it's like yeah, well, like that kind of sucks. But I don't really know how to really talk about stuff, so meh. The one scene I can talk about all day is Marvel, because when I was little, I used to try to wear you know Spider-Man costume to school, and that was little baby Evie, wanting to become Spider-Man or Spider-Woman, and when it's going, mom's like, no, you can't. I was like, oh man, dang, fast reactions. And yeah, so yeah, I used to try to wear Spider-Man costume to school, and yeah. No, so when I was little, this happened. I was hanging out with my sisters, of course. Me and my sisters were younger, so I stole one of the dresses and heels and decided to, put it on. And this one time, I went into the bathroom, and what happened? So the red nail polish and, painted my nails with it. Actual father was not happy with it at all. He was like, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. At the time, I identified as male, as a boy then. And it was just gonna like maybe have choices and he's scared about what people may say about me wearing dresses and skirts and makeup and impulse and stuff like that. And yeah, it took me a long while to become the type of, confident young woman I am today. And it's not exactly easy to become that when people always judging you on everything that you do. And yeah, like yeah, I got in trouble for that, and yeah, I'm kind of happy that I have this supportive family I have. My mom supports me, my sister supports me, my brother supports me, like my boyfriend of course supports me, my friends support me, so I couldn't have been happier because overall, like it's something that like every trans person wants. Someone is underneath the trans umbrella wants is someone that would support them being who they are, uses their preferred pronouns and name or names, and just makes me feel more safe and happy being who they are. without the fear of judgment all the time. Because I feel like I know that when hold on. Okay, okay. When you've been mistreated for a long time in your life, it's ended up being a whole lot harder knowing who you can really trust and who you can't trust. Because of the certain fact that people will just treat you like it, call your names, slurs, you know, yeah. And when I make videos like this, I'm talking about stuff, they're coming from the heart. I've been reading from a script like this, black screen, nothing. And my having anything on my screen at all, just purely just me talking from my heart and from my soul. That I generally just wish that people just treat people with respect. Because like it's so old and tiring dealing with people time and time again being like, not who you're not business and this. It's like why? Like why do you want to like argue about it? Why do you want to always say so about me that's not even true? Like I'm as true as a person it could possibly be, you know? This is a this is a perfect total. Oh my, that's crazy. Hold on. This is just crazy. Oh my, taking pictures of this right now. This is a seed, by the way. And these are all the coordinates to it, by the way, so you know. Oh my god. You know what? So I can, remember put down the coordinates for this. Boom. See here. Readable. Yes. Oh my god. That actually is one of the first actual, like, like, ruin portal that's actually perfect. What? That's crazy. Many ways. That's just cool. Okay. Well, I love this game so much. Because A, it's so chill. Like, we're not doing, like, not doing any PvP. Just play on your own world. I mean, I feel like stressed all the time like I am. You have to end up having, like, lots more fun with it. And, yeah. And, yeah, so that's kind of cool. Moment. Because I did think I'll ever have that moment in this world, but, here we are. What is the color biome pig? Like, what are you? Oh, yeah, makes sense. And yeah, like overall, like I always play like this game or like play games like Batman or Banjo-Tooie or F-Zero X or that game is like an out space racing game. And I always enjoy playing games that are just old. Because like I miss playing those games. Yes. Because those games make me feel like my childhood all over again. This game was Minecraft. Like, I've been playing the game for the past, what, 13 years? And the game has been getting better and better and better. And stuff I never thought Minecraft would ever have. Like yourself. Then now the cutscenes, and now the, um, it's just stuff I never really thought about, like, they would actually add to the game. Like, I remember my youngest being like, oh, I wish they would add, like, fish to the game. So it was thought to be so cool if they would have added, like, fish as mobs. Stuff like that. And, they did. And, that wasn't up to the aquatic when he added, fish as mobs to the game. And I will always remember that. In a moment, I'm like, dang. Like, I was in high school during that time. I was in, like, what? Not middle school, I think, during that time, actually. I've been so impressed with, like, you know, with human animation, the just everything really to do with it. Because, like, we never really had anything like that before up to the aquatic. And in my opinion, changed how I kind of view the game. Like, dang, that's doing when mob votes were still a thing, iron votes as well. And we're just in this crazy just time during that time where, like, it was about, like, just surviving. Not surviving, just having fun with the game and just, you know, trying to see, like, what the Autism was gonna be like. Oh my god. I didn't even know well, you know what? We're gonna make it to here and then call it a day here. Because, yeah. If you did enjoy this video, then do leave a like, subscribe. Don't forget to join in Discord, Fluxer, Blue Sky if you know already. And yeah, this episode has been 1 hour and 47 minutes. And yeah. And we made it to the coordinate, Z coordinate 5,160. And yeah, I'm calling here. And to any of those, then you can shout us in the comment section and in the community tab as well. They don't have to be searched for a day. We'll be able to comment down below in the community tab. Yeah. I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.